Welcome to episode 2 of Out of Bounds. We finally had the NBA season start on Tuesday. We were treated to two really good games back to back. We had the Bucks and the Nets, and then the Lakers and the Warriors. So something that we're planning on doing for almost every single game if we can this year is listing out three different categories for players. We have honorable mentions, stars, and superstars. So I'll break that down really quick. If we think a player had a really good game, like a good stat line, we put it as an honorable mention, but most of the time they did not win the game. If they won the game and had a pretty good stat line, like a beastly stat line, we put them as a star. And then if they have one of the best performances we think of the year, we put them in the superstar category. Superstar is very hard to get. Star is kind of hard to get, and honorable mentions can go to anybody that has a pretty good game. But we also don't just give those out to just anybody. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and break down the two games that we saw on Tuesday, with the very first game being the Bucks and the Nets. Jacob, did you have any star performers or superstar performers?
Yeah, so I have one star and three honorable mentions. The first star that we're going to have is Giannis on the Milwaukee Bucks. He went 32 points, 14 boards, 7 assists. He also had a steal and a block. He played really well. I think he definitely keeps on trying to shoot a little bit too much. I don't know if it was just because he's trying to change his game up a little bit, but he could have gotten a better stat line, or at least more points and less shots. Let's see. I also have Pat Connaughton on the Milwaukee Bucks. He scored 20 points. Let's see. He went 20 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Also had a block and a steal. He usually scores around 5 points, and I think this is his third or fourth time ever scoring 20 plus. So he had to be at least an honorable mention. And then on the Brooklyn side, we also have KD as an honorable 32 points, 11 boards and 4. I'm sorry, 11 boards and 4 assists. And then Patty Mills, he went 7 for 7 for threes, 21 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. I definitely feel like he has to be an honorable mention because he went 7 for 7. He also, off the bench, scored 21 points out of the 25 the whole entire bench scored. So, I mean, he scored, 99% of all the bench. So he definitely deserves an honorable mention.
Yeah, for me, I have one star, and that's Giannis. Just like you said, Giannis was the best player in the game. He won the game, so he's a star for me. And then honorable mentions, I only have two. I didn't put anybody for the Bucks. I put KD and Patty Mills, just like you did. So we're pretty much on the same boat with the Nets and the Bucks side of things. So right after that, we got to watch the Lakers and the Warriors. So for the star performers, I put Steph Curry. Steph Curry had 21 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and also 3 steals. So he was very active on the defensive end as well. The only argument that some people might make for Steph Curry not being a star in this game is the fact that he didn't shoot crazy well this game. I don't know his exact shots during this game. I don't know if you do, Jacob. Do you know what he shot this game?
You said Curry?
Yeah.
He shot 5 for 21 and 2 from 8 from the 3.
Okay. I just don't put much stock, I think, into Steph Curry not shooting the best just because it's a preseason game, and we already know Steph Curry can score the ball. So that and putting him down to an honorable mention, which is why he's a star. And then Steph Curry, I believe this is his first triple-double in a very long time. I don't know how long, but I mean, that also a triple-double from Curry is not usual from him, so he's a star performer. And then for honorable mentions, I put LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the other end of things. So LeBron had 34 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. He also had a steal and a block. In his age 37 season, LeBron James looking very good still, even in a loss. I just think the Lakers are they don't have everybody right now. A lot of players are injured. A lot of the players need to gel together for a little bit, so I think that's why they lost. But Anthony Davis on the other end, as the honorable mention, had 33 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. One thing we talked about in the previous episode, Jacob, was that Anthony Davis wasn't aggressive enough in the preseason. He was coming back from injury, and we were scared how Anthony Davis was going to play. And in my opinion, at least seeing him play this game, he was either the 1 or the 2 option for the Lakers, and more aggressive. I very much enjoyed to see Anthony Davis playing that way in this game.
Same thing as you. I did not have LeBron as a honorable mention. I feel like even though he's the best in the world, so that I don't want to say it was. I thought he was going to do this stat line of 34, 11 to 5, but it was definitely not surprising enough for me to make him on there. Maybe he does deserve an honorable mention. I do want to say Jordan Poole was close to getting one as well. He had 20 points, 2 boards, and 3 assists. Also a steal. He just also shot 8 for 18, 4 from 11 threes, which isn't horrible considering his last year's stats and the year before that. But everything else you said is basically everything I have on. One thing I do want to add on, though, for the Lakers, I'm sorry, I forgot to put this on that segment. I'm sorry, not for the Lakers, for the Nets. James Harden, He scored 20 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists. I did not have him on there because he had 4 turnovers, and a lot of those just came from lobbing up to Claxton, thinking it was Clint Capella from the Rockets. So I just didn't feel like he deserved to have one on there.
I agree with the Harden take that he didn't deserve to be a honorable mention. And to your Jordan Poole point, the reason I didn't have Jordan Poole as a honorable mention, even though he had a pretty decent game this game and was pretty much, at least in my opinion, one of the best players on the floor for the Warriors, is that Jordan Poole in the preseason, he averaged close to 25, I believe, 25, 24 points per game. And everybody was hyping it up, saying, with Klay Thompson injured and out for a few months, it's just Curry, it's just Poole. Poole's going to be given the green light to shoot. He's going to be, a most improved candidate, a 6-man of the year candidate. And in this game, at least, I just didn't see a 6-man of the year or a most improved player from Jordan Poole. And I was already expecting a 20-point, kind of performance from Jordan Poole. So that's the reason why I personally didn't have him as an honorable mention. But with all that